I'm going to, for those of you who are not familiar with me, this is just a little blurb. I've been teaching for more than 20 years. I was born in Bhutan, raised in India. I've lived in Japan, the United States, and in Singapore. I travel around the world teaching wherever I'm invited. And I also do a lot of writing. I'm the director of Pragya Yoga and Wellness. I am based in Singapore. So today, my section, my bit is going to be looking at how we can create a more optimal health through breathing and mindfulness. So let me invite you. Jonas gave a description of how you might want to do Vajrasana. So allow yourself to sit comfortably any way that's, if you're sitting on a chair, just feel the back from the chair. Have your hands comfortably placed on your knees or thighs. So if you are sitting on the mat, for those of you who are advanced practitioners, you may want to sit in a lotus or half lotus posture. Others can sit in any way that you feel comfortable. So go ahead and get yourself into a half lotus or full lotus position. The common denominator is that your spine remains straight. Jonas talked about how it is sthiram sukham asanam. So when you are steady and when you are relaxed, that's the definition, the very definition of asana practice. So if you join the soles of your feet, you will find that your knees splay out wider and you are able to sit down. This is another version of seated practice that allows the spine to remain straight, but there shouldn't be any rigidity. So just relax the spine a bit. Have a sense that your shoulders lift up towards your ears, and exhale, roll them back and gently close your eyes. So just returning to this space here and now. And with your eyes closed, open the peripheral vision. So focus on the space where the eyelids meet. Relax the back of your eyes and begin to open the peripheral vision. So begin to get a sense that you are able to see more even with your eyes closed. Allow a sense of ease in the breath and just swallow. As you swallow, you'll begin to feel that sensation all the way down to the pit of the belly. Begin to get aware of taste in the mouth, the sensations around you. Perhaps the practices from Dagi and Jonas have left you feeling energized. Just begin to, without judgment, inviting all goodwill from every aspect to arise spontaneously. As you breathe in, be aware of smells around you. And inviting all 5 senses to participate as you sit in this moment here and now. Really just returning home, as it were. As you exhale, let go of any stress, tension, or anxiety anywhere in the body or the mind. As you breathe in, take in pure positive energy. Exhaling, let go of any feelings, any concepts that no longer serve your needs. As you breathe in, invite pure positive energy to yourself. Unclench your lower jaw and place the tip of the tongue on the top palate right behind the top front teeth. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Draw the chin slightly down towards the chest so the back of the neck is open and relaxed. In an unbroken stream of mindful awareness, simply peg your awareness to the breath that comes in and leaves your body. There are 2 places that you can observe the breath clearly. One is at the aperture of the nostrils. The other is at the belly, where you can feel the rise and the fall of the belly. Whichever is easier for you to catch the breath or see the breath easily with your mind's eye, peg your awareness, your focus in that space. And then simply stay with that feeling of exhaling and inhaling. Be aware that you breathe in, and as you breathe out, become aware that you are breathing out. Don't worry if thoughts come in. Don't push them away, neither invite them in. Just simply return to the awareness of the breath. One breath after another, one moment after another. Wait for the breath to become more calm, more subtle. And perhaps it isn't, and that's fine too. Accepting without any filters, whatever shows up, however it shows up. Hold the breath as you would a newborn baby, not too tight, not too rigid, and not too loose. So just drawing your awareness to this place. And now as you begin to get more and more familiar with the breath, and the body is somewhat stable and straight, relaxed, there is a certain clarity that emerges where you are able to observe yourself much better. If the mind is very anxious, open your eyes. If you are fairly comfortable where you are, keep your eyes closed. Now, as you breathe in and out, look at what is going on in the mind space. So if you find that the mind is a little bit agitated, or there are thoughts that are coming that are racing thoughts, then exhale just a bit longer. That's it. That's it. So whatever it is that you're breathing in, just a tiny fraction longer, allowing a sense of calmness, allowing a sense of gentleness, being kind to yourself. And then if you find that you are falling away into a little bit of what you might call a sleepiness or a dullness in the mind space, if the dullness is very strong, then inhale a little bit with more awareness. So just drawing that inhalation with a little more attention and awareness. And we practice this for another 3 breath cycles. So between the two extremes, like two ends of a spectrum of a rainbow, one is laxity or dullness, and the other is excitement or too much of activity in the thoughts. Both between the two lies our midway space of optimal balance. Try and come back to that. In your own time, slowly return to the awareness of the body once again. Open your eyes and start with a big, bright smile. So, in a nutshell, meditation is not too hard. It is just what we did right now, holding the breath as an object. Now, the breath can be tweaked in multiple ways to either uplift the mind, because there is a connection, a very strong connection between the way we breathe and the way our emotions are. Particularly given this COVID-19 situation and our situations around, there is a broad sense of depression or feeling not quite right, being anxious or uncertain. And the breath is a great tool to help us harness the goodness within ourselves. So a few techniques to do this. So as I said, you elongate the inhalation when you feel like you're just feeling a little bit dull, and you extend the exhalation to feel a little more calmer within yourself. This is easily possible for all of us to do. Now coming to a couple of other techniques. So 2 techniques that I want to share with you. So extend your legs out, they may have fallen asleep, and then fold your legs into any other seated position you like, as long as your spine remains straight but not rigid. Place your hands comfortably on your knees or thighs, and have the elbows not too close, not too far. So they're just relaxed here. As well, the mouth and the face. Just lift the sides of your lips a little bit, and then just relax the back of your eyes as well. Good. So that state of mind is just already a happy space in which to work. And the first breathing pattern that we want to do is an uplifting pattern. This is a quick, shallow breathing out through the nose. So as you breathe out, it's a sharp exhalation. And what you do is you're drawing the abdomen in towards the spine as you do that. So for those of you, if you are pregnant, have had a abdominal surgery, you have ulcers, or you're menstruating, be kind and gentle to yourself. Don't overdo it. But for the rest of us, we can just quick, shallow breathing out through the nose. So it's an out, out, out breath. Okay, so let me show you how this goes, and then we practice this together. So allow the chin slightly down towards the chest. And you exhale, 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 exhale. So it's not like taking one long breath and cutting it into short pieces. These are distinct, sharp breaths out. And if things fly out of your nose, one of my teachers used to say, better out than in. So just keep a tissue box next to you, and then we can practice. So let's have a go at this. So just about 20 times, keeping the chin slightly down. So we practice 2 rounds, and in between them, just completely relax and let go, completely rest. Have a sense of ease and balance in the body, allowing nothing, so don't interfere with what's going on. Let's begin the first round. So close your eyes, have a spine straight, chin slightly down towards the chest. Quick, shallow breathing out through the nose. And relax, relax, relax. Completely let go. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply relinquish all control. Simply be completely relaxed, relaxed, relaxed. Absolutely relax the body. That's it. Keep your eyes closed and just stay comfortable. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. Just completely relax. And then let's practice the second round. This time you can change the pace around a little bit. So if you feel that you already have some familiarity with this practice, then you can increase the pace of it. So you can go a little bit quicker or faster. And if you have high blood pressure or other issues, then slow down the pace to once in 2 seconds. So you exhale once every second, or even slower than that. So let's have a go again with this. So relax the back of your eyes and let's begin. Keep your eyes closed and allow the body and the mind to do what they want. Just relinquish any control at this time. You may find that the breath has become very slow. This has a very detoxifying effect in the body. It's one that allows for more oxygenation, so you'll feel more energetic. You don't time slowly open your eyes, so you'll feel a little more alive, a little more awake. So this is a good practice to do when you are feeling a little bit down and out, and pick you up. It'll make you feel more energetic. And now let me contrast it with another breathing technique, which is a more calming technique. This technique is used more when you are anxious or when you are feeling stressed out. Also a great tool for pain management. So if there is pain anywhere in your body, physical pain or a condition that you have, this is an enormously beneficial practice, particularly for mental health issues. This is a great practice. If you are depressed, or even if you are pregnant, this is an amazing practice that connects you with the baby that's in the womb. It's called Brahmari Pranayam, and we have 2 versions of it. So I'll show you the sort of modern version of it, and then we practice the classical version. So for the modern version, just simply have your hands on your knees or thighs, close your eyes, you breathe in through the nose, and as you exhale, you make the sound of a bumblebee. So we breathe in through the nose. And feeling that buzzing sensation through the body at a cellular level, allowing healing, restoring, rejuvenating responses to kick in. Let's try that one more time. Inhale through the nose, close your eyes. Enjoy the after effects of that particular practice, just closing your eyes, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Gently open your eyes and take a look at this traditional version of Brahmari Pranayam. Here, the eyes are blocked. The ring fingers are just at the tip of the nostrils, and the little finger reminds you to smile. The thumbs will block the ears, so wait for me to show you this before you block your ears. So the ears will take the ear pods off. You block your ears. And that's what you look like. So the same breathing pattern when you are ready. So let's do this just twice. Keep the elbows not too wide, not too narrow. So just comfortable enough for you. Gently place your fingertips on your eyelids. Be particularly careful if you have lenses. Don't poke your eyes in. It's just a suggestion there, lightly placing them there. The ring finger near the nostrils and the little finger reminding you to really smile inward. Inhale through the nose. And again. And release the hands back down to your knees or thighs. Keep your eyes closed. Allow the body to recalibrate itself. But the residual effect on the emotional mind stream will be that of calmness, of relaxation. Particularly if you have pain, you draw your awareness to that space and really allowing the sound to, at a cellular level, begin to heal you, begin to soften you inside out. So here we've looked at two particular breathing techniques. Some texts say that pranayam or the breathing techniques that Jonas gave an introduction to it begins only when you retain the breath, and some of it is true. So, but for beginners, when you are beginning to balance and look at the two sides of our brain, the right side and the left side, the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, we find that there is a certain balance that is achieved when you are able to breathe in comfortably. When you are relaxed, there is a certain template to the way your mind and body feel. So let's go ahead and do the last practice, which is alternate nostril breathing, often called Nadi Shuddhi or Anulom Vilom practice. So for this one, you take your right hand, you extend the thumb and the ring and the last two fingers out, folding the first finger and the second finger. You block the right nostril with the right thumb, exhaling through the left. Inhale through the left. Block left and gently breathing out through the right. Now breathe in through the right. Blocking the right, exhale slowly through the left. Continue breathing this way, making the breath very subtle and fine. So there's no sound as you breathe in or out. It is so subtle. You control the aperture of the nostrils very, very subtly. So it's much more fine, extremely sophisticated in the way it moves the energetic field. So it's an enormously studied, very aware practice. So it's a very involved practice. So stay with it, continue to breathe in through the nostril, blocking and then exhaling through the other side. But do it very slowly, ever so gently. That's it. And then inhaling again. And finish that round, exhaling through the left side and completely relax your hands back down to your knees or thighs. So these practices can be done by anyone in general. The holding of the breath, which we don't have time to cover today, but That is a slightly more advanced level. So if you're beginning practice, then I'd say these three are really great practices. Quick shallow breathing out, the bumblebee breath, and also this alternative nostril breathing. In the COVID-19 situation, this particular area, the upper respiratory tract and the nose, these are the parts that are most affected. And so really creating this quick shallow breathing out as cleansing practices, expanding the lungs. So the three-part breathing that happens, even if you're breathing normally, you draw the breath in through the nose, it goes in through the throat, it opens the chest and clavicles, expands the lungs and chest, and finally the abdomen. And as you exhale, that sort of subtle drawing in of the abdomen, collapsing of the upper chest cavity, and finally the shoulder blades and the nose. So this is how the breath leaves the body. So continue to do this sort of three-part breathing as I share with you one of my best secrets, and I'm going to share it with you, primarily because this is a holistic wellness webinar. And we really want to bring in all the elements of wellness, like, you know, a very balanced dish on which everything is balanced and very tasty. So as you begin to experience all the experts talk about, you know, their favorite pieces of wellness that appeal to them, I want to share my secret immunity booster recipe. And this particular recipe is an amazing one. It's got a little bit of things that you can find anywhere in the world. So let me get closer to the camera and show you. So it's got honey. It's a fermented honey recipe. You take a mason jar and put lemon or lime that you can cut in pieces and add ginger to it. And then you take the mason jar and fill it all the way up to the neck of the jar with any raw honey. So you can put any honey that you like and top it over, and just with a spoon press down all the lemon and the ginger. Some people put garlic for immunity boosting as well. And you press all that down. And then what remains, you just take the cap and cap it tightly. Let it sit near your window sill or your kitchen. It doesn't need to be in a hot space or anything, but just outside, and leave it there to ferment. So most of us who have logged in Asia, we would find that in about 3 days time, it would have fermented completely. If you're in Europe or somewhere else in a continent that's a colder climate, then you'll find that it might even take a week or more than a week to ferment. And then put it in a refrigerator once it's fermented. And it's one of the most amazing immunity boosting hacks. And it looks a bit like this. So having that one spoon a day is just amazing for the entire family. So this theme for International Yoga Day this time is yoga with family, yoga at home. And so creating these kind of things for the family to enjoy, it's a good practice. So I will be sending you this. So for all registered participants, I will share this recipe along with all the resources that all the other experts will be sharing today or have shared, along with goodies that they will offer. They always say that yoga teaching is the most noble profession in the entire world, and it's so true, because all of them have generously contributed their time and very, very kindly offered these resources as well. So please look forward to that. And as we close our section together, I want to leave you with two things. One is just a simple line, 3 words that sort of mean a lot as a yoga practitioner to me. It is aspire, perspire, and inspire. So think of all the chaos that goes around you, and think that you want to aspire to your highest good. For example, today we had someone writing some unyogic stuff on the chat this today, and it began to make me feel a bit frazzled. But I realized that this is a community of yoga people, and we have incredible support with each other. This is good energy. So we have the power to make ourselves and others happy with our thoughts, words, and actions. they are powerful, and each of it means something. So don't think you are alone and you don't matter. I recall a story that is like a person taking sea stars and putting it back into the sea, right? So there are starfish taking them, putting them back into the sea, and then someone asks him, why are you doing this? It's so silly and pointless that you're putting. How does it matter? There are so many fish. You're taking one and putting it back in the sea. And he smiles and says, well, to this fish it matters. So be that person that lights someone else's life.